This video follows on from the video which gave an overview of how to set up a total station using the Setup app. That is, how to position and orientate the total station. This video will describe how to set up a total station using the set orientation method. The set orientation method can be used in the following case: if the point over which you will position the total station is known, if you know the orientation to the backside point, that is, you know the direction from where the total station will be positioned to the backside. This could be a church tower, a cross on a mountaintop, or any other known point. If you don't need to be able to measure a distance to the backside, that is optional, but you do need to be able to see the backside. So let's run through the method. As always, move the job we want to use to the centre of the carousel. This means the setup information, for example the instrument height, the target point used and so on, will be stored to this job. Now tap on the Setup app. We want to use the set orientation method, so we can press OK. And we access the Choose Setup Point panel. Here we can choose from where the setup point shall be selected. The options are from a job, Enter New Point, GS Smart Station and Last Used. If you choose from job, then any point from any job can be selected. This is useful since it means if your control points are stored in a different job, you can select a point from that job. Enter New Point is obvious. In the next panel, it would be possible to enter the point ID and coordinates of a new point. The GS Smart Station option is really cool. This allows the location of the total station to be measured using a GS sensor sitting on top of the total station. And Last Used Setup can be useful if you have returned to exactly the same location as the day before, for example. We will choose to enter a new point, press OK, enter the point ID and enter the known coordinates. And now we access the Set Orientation panel where we need to enter the orientation information. Firstly, we need to enter the ID of the backside. This is the ID of the point to which we are now aiming the instrument. Enter the target height and enter the known direction to the target. It is optional if you want to measure a distance to the target or not. It may be useful, for example, if you do know how far it is to the target and want to check the distance. Or, if you measure a distance, then the backside point will be stored with coordinates. It could then be useful to use this point and coordinates in subsequent setups. On the Backside Page tab, the backside point can be given a point code if needed. On the Setup Page tab, the setup point can be given a point code if needed. The current ppm is shown as a reminder as to what ppm or scale factor is being used. If you are using an imaging total station, the Camera Page tab can be used to aim the instrument to the backside point. In the Plot Page tab, it is possible to see a 3D view of the setup. This can be useful to visually check you have set up on the correct point and aiming to the correct backside. Once you are happy that all information is entered and the instrument is correctly aimed at the backside, then press Set. This will store all setup information to the job. If you are using an imaging total station, you will be asked if you want to capture a panoramic image. And then you will return to the home screen. The instrument is set up and you can get to work. The Settings panel of the Setup app can be accessed using FN and then F1 settings from within the app. Here you can find some useful settings. In this video, I will only talk about the settings relevant for the set orientation method. If you want to measure to the target point in two faces, then tick this checkbox. If you do have a prism on the target and don't want it to be found when using a power search, then tick this checkbox. Another video explains more about this setting. So in summary, the set orientation method is a simple method to use when you know the point over which you will position the total station and you know the orientation to the backside point. Please do watch the other videos to learn more about the individual methods, and thanks for watching.